Hi, welcome to a Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. I'm Jennifer McDaniel, pro organizer, capsule wardrobe stylist, and functional home designer. As a mom of four, I realize how quickly things get out of control and how important it is to prioritize how your home functions and how it makes you feel. So if you're ready to find solutions to the stressors in your home and make room for the things that are really important, listen in and let's get started.
Okay, I just have to talk about this because it's been on my mind a lot. I've seen in so many different places how Marie Kondo has quoted that she's given up on always being tidy after having her third child. Well, from my experience, that is when I got myself in gear. I realized that the way I had been doing things all along wasn't going to work, wasn't sustainable with 3 children. It wasn't sustainable with all that I had to juggle in this new stage of life with 3 children and all that I had going on. That third child, it really made me have a wake-up call. And I just really wanted to check in with you guys and give you some of the things that I realized I needed to change. Number 1 was getting the kids to bed and getting myself to bed. If we didn't have a good nighttime routine and we didn't have, I didn't set myself up for success the next day, it wasn't going to be a productive morning. It could, setting myself up for success means making sure that the kids had clean clothes to wear, making sure that they had their shoes where we could find them before it was time to leave, making sure their backpacks were ready, lunches were packed, that their homework was returned to their backpack, their library books were returned to their backpacks. All of these different things on school mornings, making sure there was food for breakfast, something ready to eat for them to eat before they left for school, or make, something that we could make quickly, or just grab and eat in the car if we woke up a little bit later or had a difficult morning getting out the door. I don't know about you, but my kids will so many times run back up the stairs or off to the playroom, and I'm like getting in the car and they've disappeared again. I'm like, where did you go? Your shoes are still over here. Where have you gone? And they're digging through the Legos or looking for a stuffed animal or trading shoes again for the third time, like something like that. Ridiculous. They haven't even fixed their hair, even though I've asked them a dozen times if they've fixed their hair. They still haven't, and they're distracted with a toy, or they went downstairs and turned on the TV before they even got dressed, and then they're continually distracted because the TV was on their mind first thing. So number 1, getting everything together at night, setting up a place where all of the things that we needed for the next morning were easy to get to, that we could quickly get them. I could see them. I could see when they were not where they needed to be. And I want all of that stuff that we need on our way out the door near the door that we're leaving. I want it near the front door. I don't want to have to go looking through the house for that stuff. I want it easy to get to. I want it easy to find, and I don't want to have to go look in multiple places. So we just moved to this new house, and everything, it's a big downsize. So we lost 1,000 square feet. We lost quite a bit of space, and a bedroom, a bathroom, and a good portion of the garage. It's a lot smaller in the garage than it was in our last house. It was still a 2-car garage, but it had a lot more room in it than this one does for some reason. So trying to figure out how to set the space up, where to even set up my desk area. I gave my husband the bonus room because I wanted him to have space to he had a lot of bookshelves with lots of books and records and his collections of things on there. And that's really the only space that he has that's fully his. So I wanted to make sure and prioritize that the people who really needed their own space could have their own space. And I've kind of set up my desk and my office space in the dining room, and I'm trying to figure that out because the dining room hasn't really been fully ready. We have furniture pieces that needed to be moved into other rooms, but I had to move some other stuff around before we could get to it, and just all these different things. And honestly, I really haven't had a lot of time at home since we moved. It's been busy. We've had visitors, so it was another priority other than organizing my space and getting things set up just right. So my plan with you all is to work through all of those differences that we have, all of those things that we need to get a grip on, figure them out, get through, and go through not just those spaces, but our entire house. I am planning a spring cleaning with you guys, and I will have those dates very, very soon. But we are going to be doing an entire house organization project with you all on the podcast. I will go through room by room, how I'm organizing, what I want you to look for, and give you a checklist. If you want to be in on it, send me your email and get in on it. It's the Organized Fabulous Podcast at gmail.com. You can email there and let me know that you want in on it, and I will put you on that sign up list, and you will get the checklist when we are going through the entire house, and I will give you all the details on what I expect you to check for, what I want you to do for that accountability, and for these goals that we're setting for ourselves. Like, what is the accountability? What is in it for you? How can you encourage others through this? Can you share this with other people? Is this something that you're willing to really be accountable to each other about doing this? If so, let's do this in the Facebook group. I have been so busy with this move and handling these other projects that I have not prioritized the Facebook group like I should, and I am so sorry if you are waiting or if you have been in there wishing that I was doing more in there. That is on my list of to-dos, but these other things with moving and getting everything settled in, getting my son's schooling situated, and just all the different things that we had to juggle with this move and this major downsides. And I mean, it's not a major downsize. It is 1,000 square feet. There is a big difference in where stuff fits, but it's just been a lot. And it's been so many things that I've had to think through. And I am the organizer. I don't have an organizer. I don't have another me to call and have walk me through the process of what needs to be done. So these are things that I am doing on my own. And I have some friends and some family and stuff that do help when I need them, but it's not the same when it's my stuff. I don't think as clearly when I'm overwhelmed, just like you don't. And even though I have had so many clients that were fully capable of handling getting organized on their own, they know how to organize. They know how to keep a tidy house. They know how things should be placed to make it work well for their family. But the challenge is they just had so many other things going on in their lives that they could not take the time out of the higher priority things to take care of the stuff. They couldn't take time out away when they had a sick family member, or they were just dealing with a crisis at work, or maybe just a work season was just so busy, or they had a new baby, or they had lots of sickness back to back to back, and it just took its toll on what they were capable of, and they had so much catching up to do and things had gotten so behind that they couldn't get started on their own, and they needed someone to come in. I've helped some of them over the phone doing a virtual coaching and virtual organizing, and some of them I've just been keeping accountable through coaching and just giving them that support and guidance and that kick in the rear when they start slacking off, because you have to be, it's like a weight loss situation. If you are not going to meet the goals, you're not going to get to your dream goal. Like, you're not going to have that full success if you're not willing to do the stuff every day, every week, and really be committed to what you need to do. And that's one of the things that I see people really struggle with so much is they need that accountability, because it's so easy to let ourselves down and to not hold ourselves accountable because we're tired and we're overwhelmed and we're already, as mothers, doing so much, and we're thinking about everyone else, and we're thinking about everything else, all the things and everything, and just trying to get a clear picture on what to prioritize is too much work for our brains. We're just brained out. Our brains are overspent, and we just don't have any more brain power to put in to finding that plan and to encouraging ourselves. And so if you are in a place where you just can't get a clear plan, reach out. I would love to work with you. I would love to help you and hold your hand through this process, and, maybe give you some tough love on the way, because you do need some support. We do need someone holding us accountable to what we say we're going to do, because I've promised that I was going to be doing things, and I just got so distracted with everything that was in my face over and over again that I let you guys down, and I've let other people down. But this season of my life has been really challenging just because of everything that's been going on. Dealing with the loss of my grandfather, I have grieved not only the loss of my grandfather, but of who my grandmother used to be when they were together, because I didn't realize the depth of the connection between the pair of them. I know the depth of connection, but it wasn't so obvious to me how connected they were and how they were such a part of each other's lives that without that part of their life being with them anymore, they're not the same person. And it's been really hard to learn that lesson and to understand that and to walk through that with my grandmother and hold her hand and love on her through that. That grieving is just so intense. And I'm so blessed to be able to have this time with her. I missed her so much when we lived in another state. It was so hard to be away from my grandparents and my family. So this time that I've been able to spend with them has been so cherished. But I feel like I've been grieving not just my grandfather, but also who my grandmother used to be. And that's been just excruciating and long, and just like I relive those emotions every time I'm with her, just feeling that again. And that realization just hits a little bit different every time. And it's just so new to me. And so I have definitely not been myself for the last few months. And it's been a real struggle. And then this move and everything on top of it right at the holidays. I've been looking forward to this move forever. So many years I've been looking forward to this move. Just to get out of that house that was way too big for me and my family, and too much to take care of, and too much. I was so excited to get out of that house, but it has taken me so much longer than I anticipated to get into this house and get it settled. Usually by a month in, our house, like every room, looks pretty well done. I have pictures on the wall. I have things set up. Like, I haven't even unpacked any of my decor. Like, I haven't gotten any of my pictures out. They're shoved in the closet under the stairs. I had set it up for the dog room at first, but she was, the crate didn't fit in there. And so she was like licking the wall and stuff, and it was messing it up. So anyways, we had to move her into the garage. And so that closet opened up and I moved all my decor in there. And I'm just still trying to figure out, like, all of my photos and my framed art and all of my pretty things, they're all boxed up. I don't have any of that out. And a lot of it I may not even use, but it's just taken a while, a lot longer than I anticipated to get this done. But I love that I've been working. It keeps me motivated to do a little bit more at my house. It keeps me focused on getting stuff done. And I need this whole house challenge just as much as you guys do. Like, my whole house needs to be organized. I'm the professional here, and my house is not prepared. Like, it is not set up like a professional organizer's home. Not any space. I mean, some of the spaces, like I've done the kitchen pretty well. It's very functional, but there's a couple of drawers and things. I don't even know what's going on under there. There's a couple of cabinets. I'm like, I don't know. Somebody just threw some stuff in there. I'm not even sure. Then we had the plumbing leak, so I had to pull stuff back out, and I shoved it in another cabinet. Anyways, it's just been a whole mess, and I'm ready to fix all of the mess. I'm ready to get the house set back up and create a really functional space in each room. And I want you guys to join me on that process, because I need it, and I need the accountability, and I need someone cheering me on. So if you guys want to be part of that, join in the Facebook group, and I will be sending out that checklist very soon, and I will have those dates. I was hoping to have it all ready by February 1st, but I think that's going to get here before I have myself together, because like I said, the emotional grieving and just all of the things pile on top of everything, it really does slow down your brain function. It does. And I've been stress eating, and I've gained about 10 pounds, and just like all the different things that I have been thinking about. And like, I literally have gained 10 pounds this year, and it just surprises me, because that's not something my weight doesn't typically fluctuate, but it's the stress. And I know it's the stress. And I know once I get a grip on my home and the scheduling that I need, and getting a routine that's really working in this new space, because we changed up the kids' bedrooms. So now my kids go to bed at different times. My older son is not in the same room with my younger son. My two youngest are in the same room. And just trying to get all of that situated and figured out, and just all the different things that need to happen when you have kids that are such different ages. You can't just put them all to bed at the same exact time. My 15-year-old and my 5-year-old, they're just not going to bed at the same time. It will not happen, no matter how hard I try. It's not going to happen. And then it seems like we're just squeaking into it's my bedtime by the time I get half the kids to bed, and I'm tired, and I still didn't get the kitchen fully cleaned up, and I still didn't finish other things that I had planned for the day. And so I just feel like I have been an absolute mess for a few months now, and I'm ready to get control of myself, my home, my life, my schedule. So I am really excited about putting this together for you guys. I've never done a whole house challenge with you guys before. I've never done that. I've done it with I've done one probably 8 or 9 years ago. It's been a good while since I've done that. And I want to do it again. I need it. Like, I need it so bad. I need a fresh start, and I need a fresh home, and getting everything organized will help me so much. And I hope that you will join me, because I know it'll help you too. Even just taking a look, because some of the places that need to be organized are probably places, if you've been in your home for a while, you may not have even looked in that space for 6 months or a year. Like, you may not have. And that's okay. But let's take a few minutes. Let's take an hour a week, or an hour a day if you have it, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever time you can commit to just do a small part of the challenge. Just set a timer and be committed to doing that amount of time to work on that space. And every little bit that you do is an improvement. Don't be so hard on yourself about not finishing the entire space or the entire thing, or really making a visual impact difference. But just taking the time to put a little effort in every day, you will be amazed at how fast your home will transform, that you will be able to transform not just your home, but the way you feel and the way you feel about yourself. Like, I feel so much more accomplished and proud of myself and productive, and my mind is just in a better place when I go and organize something, when I declutter something, and I really feel like I put in the real effort to put something together. And that's not just at my house. If I'm with a client, or if I really do have a breakthrough with a client on the phone, or a virtual consultation, or something where something just clicks for someone and it makes a difference, and they are able to visualize having their space the way that they've always wanted it, or they're able to now visualize how their style and their husband's style can come together. And it's not such a fight to get that, no, I want this. Well, I don't like that. That's awful. I want this. And they're just so opposite that I can help you guys find, I help people do that. I was helping a client today find that blend between her style, which is bright and earthy and cheerful colors and fresh and clean, and her husband's more rustic and earth tones and those darker colors. And I can just see the difference and the way to complement both of them in that. And that's something that I've had so many couples that just can't find that complementary blend of styles. And so I love helping people find that. And so, good grief, I'm just blabbering on now. If you guys want some help with that stuff, reach out to me. Let's set up a consultation. It's free for the consultation. I'll do a free 15-minute consultation, 980-389-0399. That is a U.S. number, so it's +1 980-389-0399. If you want to set up that consultation, just reach out to me and let's get that going. And then if you wanted to be a part of this group, email us at organizedfabulouspodcast@gmail.com, and we will get you that list, that checklist, and we will give you all the details on the dates. And I cannot wait to get started on this. All right, you guys, have a blessed week, and I will be back very soon. I love you all so much, and I will be praying for you. I will be praying for each of you. In fact, let's just pray right now. Father God, I just ask you to be with everyone who is listening to this podcast. I ask that you would just give them peace in their situation. Give them clarity on what they need to do and how they can make an impact in their home and in their space right now. Even if it's just taking 5 minutes or doing one simple thing, help them to really see where they need to make an improvement and what they need to do. And if there is someone listening right now that is struggling and that they are just feeling really stuck, and I'm the person for them, Lord, send them to me. Just help them to know and have perfect peace about reaching out. It doesn't cost them anything to do the consultation. And if it is the right thing, then they'll know. Just give them that perfect peace and that answer to any of their questions, Lord. Help them to know that what they need to do and how they need to do it. And help me to know how to speak to them about it and how to work through any of the challenging situations that they're working through. In Jesus' name, I pray. Thank you, Father. Amen. All right, you guys, have a wonderful week. I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Simplified and Fabulous Mom Life podcast. We would love to hear from you. Our podcast hotline for US is 980-389-0399. You can share your tips and tricks, topic suggestions, ask questions, and let me know if we should answer any of these on the air. For other ways to connect, you can reach us at jmorganizingspaces.com.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Did I say it right?